Hey guys, Dr. Shook here. Hope you're doing well today. Right now I'm just walking a little bit, warming up my body. Today I'm gonna use the sauna. My workout routine is, right now it's resistance training with weights 3 days a week, and then light exercise like maybe walking, not high intensity cardio or anything like that, but the other days, and sometimes it's every day, I'll actually use the sauna. I'll use the sauna 5 to 7 times a week. But anyway, right now I'm just warming up a little bit, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think is really, really important. Have you ever known? I want to ask you a question. Have you ever known someone that you really cared about that passed away? And you think back about their life and their lifestyle, and you think, man, if they would have just eaten differently, if they would have just exercised a little bit, they could have prolonged their life. They could have had a better quality of life. And I've known people like that. I've lost people in my life that had all the information. They had everything they needed to take control of their health. But for some reason they just couldn't do it. They couldn't make the changes with their diet. They couldn't change their habits to take control of their health and take it back. And that's a really tough thing when anyone dies and they had an opportunity, but for some reason they couldn't act upon it. So what I want to share with you guys is that that's tragic. So the reality is what I want to talk to you guys about too is that, I teach in video, and I try to teach people how to help themselves as much as possible. And I've recorded videos on exactly what a lot of you should consider doing for yourself to help yourself. If you're autoimmune, if you have thyroid problems, I've got, probably 200 or 300 videos where I actually talk about different problems and what you can do to help yourself. And it's there for you if you want to try things to help yourself. But the biggest issue is that you have to take some personal responsibility. You have to, and you know what that really means a lot of times is it means that you have a reason to take personal responsibility for yourself and to change your daily habits and to change your actions. You have to have a reason why. You have to have a reason to change it. And if you don't have a reason, then oftentimes motivation is just not there. And you can start really feeling down on yourself. And you know what, that's human nature. I think that's a normal thing. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe there's a reason for you to live, to thrive, to be vibrant. So I talk about journaling and reasons that I'm thankful. And so every day I journal. I use the 5-minute journal. If you guys don't know what that is, you should look it up. But I use the 5-minute journal, and every day I write 3 things I start with that I'm thankful for. Every single day, number 1 is I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. I'm thankful to breathe. I'm thankful I'm here. I'm thankful I have a chance to make a difference. You think about just that concept for 1 second, and it will change your perspective on the opportunity that you have. It's not forever. Your opportunities are not forever. So what my main point here is this, guys. I give a lot of people all the tools that I possibly can. I give them everything I possibly know to help themselves. And you know what? I see people fail all the time. And you know what? It's okay to fail, but you just got to pick yourself back up and try again, right? You just got to admit it. It's okay. I failed so many times, it's not even funny, with my health and with everything else. And the point is that you have to have really good reasons. You need to ask yourself every day, you know, what am I thankful for? What would make today great? And then at the end of the day, you need to reflect upon your day. And so you need to have some very powerful reasons why you want to be healthy. Why do you want to change your diet? Why do you want to change your lifestyle? And, you know, for me, it's really simple. It's really simple. There are a lot of different reasons, but, you know, I have a family, and I want to be there for my kids, and I want them to have a good role model, and I want to help other people, and I can't help them help themselves if I can't help myself, if I can't be healthy. So you got to take personal responsibility for yourself, and it's okay to fail, but you've got to be responsible for yourself. And a lot of times that means you have to have very powerful reasons why you want to help yourself. Okay, so you need to ask yourself, why do you want to change your diet? Why do you want to overcome chronic disease or sickness? And you've got to write those things down and say, you know what? I'm thankful for just the opportunity of today to be here, to be on this planet, to have the chance to help myself that so many people don't have. You know, we live, I'm in the United States, and I have everything at my disposal. I'm very, very fortunate to have that. So many people don't have this chance that we have. If you just that alone, you should feel like I need to do something to help and make a difference. I can be healthy. And don't let anyone tell you different. But I have children that I want to be a good role model for. There are a lot of things that motivate me, and that's what you need, so that you can always reflect upon it in times of difficulty. Because so many of us have lost people in our lives, and if they just had some of this perspective, it might have been different. And so what I want you guys to know is that I'll do everything I can to help you guys. I mean, I've got all kinds. If you guys go to our Facebook page, the Office of Dr. Brad Shook, and you go to videos, there are probably 200 videos there. They might not all be uploaded, but there's a ton of videos. And I teach exactly what I would help you do to help yourself, right? One of the things that I'm going to do soon, I think, it's just a ton of work, always working on projects, is I'm going to try to put everything together in a very organized format so that you can you can kind of follow an outline, right? And you can kind of go through it to kind of work through and troubleshoot how to help yourself. But I just wanted to talk about this today. I mean, it's not really off topic. It's really important that you have perspective, because, you know, when I work with people, I'm not just dealing with thyroid markers and chemistry. I'm also looking at the person and their psychological state, and, you know, because you have to connect with people differently to try to help them. And everyone's in different places, and some people are, you know, man, you wouldn't believe what some people have been through. And you always have to be thankful for what you have. But so many people have just been through so many hardships and so much difficulty in their lives that it's unbelievable. And for them to overcome, if I see them and I've seen other people overcome challenges with their health, with their life, I know I can do anything. And you know what? I've lost some people that were real close to me in the past, and I know that they don't have the opportunity that I have today. And for me not to try and be the very best that I can is so disrespectful in so many ways, in my opinion, to those people and to their memory, because they don't have the chance I have. So I want you guys to know, you got to accept personal responsibility for your health. Do everything you can, and just keep fighting. Don't worry if you fail. Don't worry if you fail. failure is normal. Failure teaches you. It teaches you about what you need to do different next time. You know, when I work with people, right? When I work with people one-on-one, if someone doesn't respond, like we implement a plan and they don't respond, guess what? That also tells us something. It tells us that what we thought was the problem is probably not the problem, right? So it helps you to rule things out, but you learn from it, and then you can adapt and you can continue. You just have to have really powerful reasons why you want to be healthy, why you want to make change. You know, people this time of the year, people have made New Year's resolutions. You're making all these changes, but it's really easy to lose motivation. And you know, you just need really powerful reasons why. You need to constantly reflect daily on your life and what you know, what's important. You keep that perspective and you keep moving forward. It's a really, really important concept, especially when you're trying to get your health back and you're trying to do it naturally, because it's not a pill. It's not in a pill. It's in diet and lifestyle changes, and it's not easy for everyone, man. So anyway, I've gone on long enough about this, but I wanted to share this with you guys because it's a very important thing that you got to accept personal responsibility. I'll do everything I can to give you guys everything possible that I know to help yourself on your own. Okay, so diet, lifestyle, everything that I can teach you to do it on your own. And I've done a lot of that already. If you guys just go check out our videos tab at the office of Dr. Brad Shook, you'll see a ton of videos where I teach you very specific things. All right, so for most people that means starting with diet. It means, that's the easiest place to start. I'm just going to say, starting with diet is the easiest place to start. And then you can work on that for 4 or 6 weeks. And if you're not significantly better, then there's something else going on, right? You're not addressing the full mechanism of what's driving your poor health or your autoimmunity or your thyroid dysfunction. So take personal responsibility. Ask yourself why you want to be healthy. You know, what's important to you in life, and remind yourself every day that's why you're going to get up. That's why you're going to keep fighting. That's why you're going to keep working to be healthy no matter what, no matter if you fail. That's number one. And then, you know, you can use the tools that I'm trying to teach you guys so that you can help yourself the best possible, okay? It's really important. You got to take personal responsibility and help yourself first. And it requires focus. And it's easy to lose focus, right? It's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to lose focus. But you've really got to, you just got to keep making an effort and stay focused on why it's important. And that makes all the difference because it gives you the motivation, right? I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. I'm thankful to be here and just have this chance to, you know, to do all the things that I'm trying to do in life, to be here for my kids, to be here for my family, to try and help you guys, to try and teach and to just try to make the world better, right, first of all. And then I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my education. I'm thankful for clothes, simple stuff, right? I'm thankful I'm walking on a treadmill. I'm thankful for all this stuff, right, that I have so much opportunity that other people don't have. And not a lot of people don't have that, and that's okay. I didn't either. I didn't have this opportunity. But perseverance and working with it, we all come from different circumstances. So we just have to continue to work, believe in yourself, try to stay as positive as possible, seek out people that are positive influences. It's easy to get caught up in negativity. It's easy to do that. And it's okay. I mean, everyone feels that sometimes, right? I'm not saying there's no reason, there's no leeway for self-doubt. I mean, everyone has that every now and then. You start making changes and working on yourself, or you start doing something, you think, wow, what am I doing? You know, can I do this? And there's some self-doubt, but that's when you reflect back and you say, you know what? The reason I want to do this is because I have family that I want to be there for. I have children that I want to be there for. I have grandkids that I want to see grow up. And it's worth fighting for. Because a lot of people care about other people a lot more than they do themselves. And, you know, I understand that, right? I mean, I love my children and my family. Yeah. So, you just have to have that perspective and be willing to really try and help yourself and accept personal responsibility. I'll do everything I can to help you guys, like I said, but I wanted to talk about this while I was on the treadmill because I was thinking about this because I've lost a lot of people in my life that don't have the opportunity that I have today. And a lot of them lived very unhealthy lives and could probably have been healthy and vibrant well into the future had they accepted some personal responsibility for themselves. And I want you guys to just think about that, right? Just reflect upon that as you start trying to change your health and make a difference. And especially, it's appropriate at the beginning of the year to try to give yourself some perspective. So I use the 5-minute journal. It's awesome. Check out the 5-minute, you just Google it, 5-minute journal. It's a great little journal. You can probably get it on I've got an actual physical journal. You can probably get it on a phone. I'm sure there's an app, and you can do it. But it's just a good exercise for your mind to put you in the right state when you wake up in the morning. Because sometimes we can wake up, we can feel terrible, like physically terrible, or we can be emotionally distraught, whatnot. So you wake up and you have this routine, and you pull out that journal, you flip it open, you say 3 things that I'm thankful for, and it helps to put things in perspective. It helps you to have that motivation to fight through the difficult times. And when you fail, it's always that guiding light, that direction that you want to move, right? Because gratitude is a very powerful thing. So, that's really all I want to talk about. I wanted to share this idea of personal responsibility and how powerful it is, and how underutilized, misunderstood. See, there's a lot of people that teach, personal speaking and motivational speakers and things. But I try to be practical as I can be, with everything that I do. I try to be very practical, and that means simple and easy things to implement and do. Because there's so many things, there's enough complexity in life, right? And I think that most of the answers to our problems, health, whatever they may be, are simple, right? Because I think a lot of genius is in simplicity. And a lot of times I think, if something is too complicated to understand, if it's too complicated for you to understand, and if it can't be kind of broken down into something that's easy for you to understand without having a medical degree or an engineering degree, at least using analogies, then it's probably not the right answer in a lot of cases. That's just getting really kind of philosophical here, but that's what I believe. And I've seen it to be true in so many things that I've tried to do in my life and everything else. Complexity typically equals confusion. Simplicity is something that you can typically understand and follow. That's what I try to do, but I'm just talking about how to accept, how to take personal responsibility, thinking about why you care about life, what's important to you, and using those as motivating reasons to stay focused even in the face of failure and adversity. So personal responsibility, understanding why you want to do anything in life, be healthy, giving yourself reasons to stay focused even in the face of adversity and failure. Because it's going to happen. We all fail. I'm not perfect. We all fail. So understanding what's important and staying focused is really, really extremely powerful. And I kind of just started out by saying we've all lost people that, if you reflect back, if they could have changed their diet, if they could have, eaten better and maybe exercised a little bit, they might still be here with us. And I see people fail all the time, and I give them everything that I can give them, and they still fail. And that's okay. That's okay, but you got to pick yourself back up and keep working, right? You got to keep working at it. And I wanted to just let you guys know everything that I try to teach. Like, you can get books and you can look at different books and dietary programs and things. I try to teach you guys everything that you can possibly do in all my videos, and I've got hundreds of videos. Like, you go to the office of Dr. Brad Shook and you look at the videos tab, you can just look at all the different videos in there, and you just want to put in the keyword you're looking for, like in the search box, and you'll search through all the videos and start learning, how I would how I would encourage you to start working on taking your health back. So take responsibility by understanding why you want to be healthy first. Then, once you've got that, the second thing is figure out how you're going to incorporate these changes into your life. Look at your schedule and figure out what you're going to do. So if you're going to follow a program or if you're going to follow a diet, diets, generalized diets is the best one's probably going to be the autoimmune paleo diet, right? I've talked about that a lot, AIP. If you want a program, we have a program for Hashimoto's and basically autoimmunity called the 6-week Hashimoto's Transformation Program, but you can do AIP. That's autoimmune paleo diet is completely free, and that's a great, reasonable place to start. But you want to look at that and you say, okay, I need to eat, let's say, 3 meals a day, and then I need to have 2 or 3 snacks so that my blood sugar stays stable, and it needs to be of these whole foods. And you need to look at that and you say, okay, so what's my daily schedule like at work or whatever you do, and then how can I take these meals 3 times a day with snacks and incorporate that into my lifestyle? You got to figure it out. There's an answer. You have, but it's going to be unique to you, right? You got to figure out, okay, I'm going to eat breakfast here. You got to make a schedule. Like this is the how, right? So you figure out why, like what's important to you. You're taking personal responsibility. You figure out what's important to you, why you want to keep fighting through adversity, challenges of figuring out scheduling, challenges of figuring out when you're going to cook, how you're going to get your food. And then you put that into a schedule, a calendar. And that's how you take control. That's how you take true control, because you have great motivation and focus. You know why you want to be healthy. Second, you have a good plan, right? So you take that plan, you fit it into your daily routine, your schedule. You know you're going to eat so many times. So when you're going to cook on Sunday afternoons, and you're going to do batch cooking for maybe Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Wednesday afternoon, you're going to batch cook for the rest of the week until Sunday. And you have those meals pre-prepared. You got to plan in advance a little bit. It can be tough at first because you're like, I don't want to think about that, right? I've already got brain fog and whatever other issues. It's just one more thing I got to think about. You can do it. You can do it. I promise you can do it. You just got to take a little bit of time to think about how you're going to do it and implement it, right? How does that fit into my schedule? So if I've got meals, how am I going to take them to work? Right? Am I taking them to work with me? Do we have a refrigerator at work? Well, if you don't, guess what? I got a lunchbox, right? I got a lunchbox. We got a little refrigerator, but I got a lunchbox. And I have my meals stacked in there and I have a little ice pack on top of it. And it saves all day. And then guess what? I have reminders on my phone. It's kind of funny because I tend to be like hypoglycemic, lower blood sugar. So I could go all day in a lot of cases without eating until I get lightheaded, shaky. I start perspiring because my blood sugar's low. That is not good. That is not good for your autoimmunity. That's not good, period. It's inflammatory. It will promote diabetes. So I have reminders on my phone that go off like all the time now. But you gotta have tools, right? Use technology if you have it available. I've got reminders that go off and remind me on my phone. It's time to eat. Don't miss your meals. And once you start doing it with enough regularity, or if you have breaks, let's say like you have scheduled breaks at work, you know you're gonna eat your snack or your meal at that break at work, and that's also if you have, like when I was in school, it was very easy between classes, right? We would consume I'd have my meals planned. So if you have breakfast before you go to work, you have a morning break, that's a great time to eat a snack. Lunch is a great time to eat a meal. The afternoon break is a great time to eat a snack, and then after work is a great time to eat your dinner, and then maybe between dinner and bed you eat another snack, right? And that's just a general framework. Following an approach like the AIP approach is very reasonable. Autoimmune paleo, these are all great things, guys. Very, very valuable ways to take control of the diet aspect of autoimmunity, of thyroid dysfunction, is by trying to control your food first, getting high quality foods that are nutrient dense, that are dense in, have very good high amounts of plant fibers, good fats, lower carbohydrates, not low carb, but I said lower carbohydrate loads. That's how you start building on really dampening inflammation and autoimmunity, balancing blood sugar, and improving your digestive tract health. Okay, so diet. So personal responsibility, making sure you know why you want to be healthy and reminding yourself every day of how fortunate you are, even in the adverse, even with the adversities that we have. We're fortunate, man. You're still breathing. You've got so much more. You have a chance. Believe in yourself. So personal responsibility means knowing why, right? Taking personal responsibility is going to be understanding why you want to do what you want to do. For me, first one is every day, I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. That statement by itself, you just reflect on that for a second. I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. What opportunities do I have today? Anything that I choose for it to be. Anything. So I try to think big about what I want to do and how I want to reach people. And then list several of those reasons why. Every morning, then figure out what you're going to do, right? So let's say we want to dampen autoimmunity, we want to improve our health. So what are we going to do? Right? You want to consider something like an autoimmune paleo approach, right? It's a dietary program that helps to dampen, it helps to remove food proteins from the diet that can flare the immune system and that can promote autoimmunity. It's one of the powerful things that it does. That's why I call it autoimmune paleo and not just the paleo diet, okay? So one, it helps to do that. Two, helps to balance blood sugar as long as you're eating frequently. Three, helps to improve digestive tract health. So this concept of leaky gut that everyone talks about, right? Well, there are so many causes of leaky gut. It's not just food, but food's a great place to start because a lot of people have poor health because of the food-like products they eat. So personal responsibility means understanding why you want to be healthy and using that as a guide, giving you direction so that you have purpose through adversity, through failure. And then taking that motivation and applying it to your everyday by understanding how you're going to do it. Laying out a schedule, putting together a plan, taking some time to do this, and then implementing it. Using tools like your phone and things like that where you have reminders to constantly remind you of what you need to do to stay on task. You got to constantly kind of take inventory. But after you do this for a little while, it's second nature. Your health starts to improve, you start to feel better, and then it's self-perpetuating. You're like, oh yes, I love this, I'm feeling better. And it's a wonderful thing. So those are really just some important concepts that will go so far. So far. It's why, whenever I work with people like distance consulting or we do one-on-one with someone, I ask a lot of questions. People get our intake forms and they're like, wait, what is this? Why are you asking me questions about my motivation? Because I need to know. I need to know where you are, what you think about yourself, what your perception of your abilities and what is your dedication level. You see, here's the thing, and this is the absolute fact. A lot of people. Well, let me rephrase this a little bit. There are a lot of people that want to be healthy, and that have, and they'll throw money at it too. They think that they can buy their health. You can't buy your health, folks. No amount of money you spend is going to get you healthy. It will give you information, but then you have to take that information and do something with it. So whenever I work with people, I try to help everyone, right? Period. Period. I try to help everyone. But you've got to have the right frame of mind. You have to have the right motivations so that you can overcome adversity. Here's the thing. I have limited time, right? We talked a lot about time. Time is very precious. And taking responsibility and understanding what you want to accomplish with your life, why you're doing what you do, and then implementing a plan to help you get there, right? So we're talking about dampening autoimmunity, dietary approaches. That's really, really important. So for me, time is precious. And for all of us, right? It's our most valuable asset is time. And if I work, so for example, I was telling you guys a story about how I have people answer a lot of questions so I can get insight into their motivation, into their mental, their perspective on their health, their belief about their health, their motivation. I get insight into their motivation on how important is it to you to be healthy? And it needs to be like on a 1 to 10. It needs to be a 10, guys. Because, I mean, without health, you have nothing. So anyway, I look at at their psychological, their focus. I look at their desire to be healthy. I look at their willingness to change their lifestyle and their habits. Because if you're not willing to do that, I can't help you. If you can't stop, and really, it starts with diet, guys. Cornerstone is going to be diet, and then everything else comes second. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, we find a lot of people that have infections and environmental chemicals and nutrient issues that we have to address for them to be healthier and to dampen autoimmunity. But they all have to follow dietary changes. So you got to start there. Okay, I think that's about it on this. I was going to talk about some other things, but I think this is a really important concept because you can't be healthy without it. But hey, Christy, I can see some of your comments, guys, but I'm bouncing, and it's a little bit harder to see. Yeah, you can become second nature. I mean, that's the thing is, guys, once you start feeling better, the thing that's so powerful is that when you feel better, it's a self-perpetuating thing. The improvement feeds your motivation and your belief that you can be healthy. A lot of people they've got so much weighing them down and so many things that have happened that they almost have lost belief that they can actually be healthy, that they can actually be happy again. I mean, when I say happy again, it's relative to our conversation, because psychological stressors, they have a profound impact on your body's ability to recover from and improve from autoimmunity, from an autoimmune condition, to dampen it and work to put it into remission. Because psychological stressors, what do? They stimulate a stress response, right? What does a stress response do? Well, when you're stressed, emotional stress, physical stress like pain, chemical stresses like inflammation, right? Those are the primary stressors that we deal with. But let's just say emotional stress, right? Because people are like, well, how was it that when I went through a divorce and let's say a parent died, that this happened to me? Why did I start feeling so bad after that? Well, one of the reasonable mechanisms is that your stress that you were under, that emotional stress, caused you to produce high levels of cortisol, your stress hormone, for a prolonged period of time. Guess what excessively high cortisol does? It has a lot of different impacts on your physiology, but one of the main things when we're talking in this context of our discussion is that elevated cortisol will impair or decrease the ability of the cells that line your small intestine to repair and recover. And so what does that lead to? Permeability, intestinal permeability, also called leaky gut. Okay, it's what we've used for the concept that's been used for years. If you guys don't know about leaky gut, I talk a lot about it in some of my videos, but you want to do some research and look up Alessio Fasano. He's a medical doctor. He's a Harvard researcher. He's a pediatric gastroenterologist. Alessio Fasano. Awesome dude. Awesome guy. Huge fan of his work. Look up some of his work and some of his research that he's done. And it's amazing. But the elevated cortisol can lead to this concept of intestinal permeability and leaky gut that basically perpetuates and we believe drives the autoimmune process. So, kind of digressing here, thinking about Dr. Fasano's work a lot. But anyway, you guys, I think you get the idea, right? Just got to stay as focused as you can on taking responsibility for yourself. Believe in yourself. You are worth it. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. The number one thing you need to do is write down why do you want to be healthy, right? Why do you want to do or accomplish anything? For me, almost always the first thing that I write in the morning, I wake up, I journal, and I write, I am thankful for the opportunity of today, okay? So I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. And everything else is in perspective for me. Then I'm thankful for, every day it's different. I'm thankful for my kids' messy hair. They wake up and they come to the table, eyes like this. My daughter's hair is like a bomb that goes off. But it's so cute. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that opportunity. I'm thankful for the opportunity, to sit with my kids and hug them. I'm thankful for the opportunity, no matter how crazy it gets. I am just glad to have another day in their presence. So, boy, get emotional. I think it's the endorphins kicking in. I'm just walking slow, but I'm like, wow. I didn't get on here to cry. All right, so right now I'm not crying. But no, you start thinking, that's really it right there. No, that's I'm glad I kind of had that feeling. No, I was talking about my kids. I get emotional, kind of get teary-eyed a little bit. You feel your heart beat a little heavy. That is what you need. That is what you've got to have. You've got to have that emotional connection. Whatever your why is, the thing that when you get up you think about in your head, you're like, okay, I feel like crap if you do feel like crap, or I feel great today, whatever it is. I'm really talking to those people that are suffering with a lot of adversity and that don't feel that they can overcome their health challenges. You wake up and you start writing what you're thankful for. You just get a blank sheet of paper. It's the most powerful thing I've ever done. And for me, I'm thankful for the opportunity of today. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for the sun. I am thankful for a house. I am thankful for water. I am thankful for a car. I am thankful for the opportunity to do everything today. And you start really thinking about that and quit beating yourself up. And you start thinking about, wow, I got a chance. I got a chance. Every day. And then what you do, failure or not, you use that as a guiding light to give you direction, right? And for a lot of people that can be different things, right? There can be a lot of different things, and that's okay. You need to feel it though. It needs to make your heart beat heavy. If you tear up, good. That means you've really found something that makes a difference. You found something that you feel is, almost more important than you, right? Or more important than you. That's what you have to have. A lot of people will live and they'll fight for someone else, but they won't for themselves sometimes. So we got to use that because that's what it's all about, really. Once you start to improve, once you start to feel better, once you've implemented dietary changes, whatever it might be, the first thing you need to do, once you've done that, and you start feeling better, then guess what? The whole world opens up. And things that you never thought could be possible for you can be possible for you. And I want you to imagine that for a second. Think about it. If I felt better, if I really felt better, what would I do? Truly, what would you do if you felt better? Maybe it's not like you're brand new, right? But maybe you're 50% better. How would that change your life? What would you do that you can't do now? Because I'm going to tell you what. I got people that are real important to me in my life. I would do so much if they could have health. I would do just about anything so that they could have health and do all the things that I wish I could do with them right now. So, that's it. Personal responsibility, guys. Figure out why, what's important to you. It needs to pull at your heartstrings. Once you figure that out, you write it down every day when you wake up. Don't worry if you fail. It's normal. You don't have to be perfect. You just keep working in the direction of improvement. You believe in yourself even when other people don't. Try to be positive. I know a lot of you have challenges. You message me a lot about how do I get my doctors to believe anything that I say? How do I get them to check certain things? Look, guys, the reality is that your primary care physicians, they really are trying to help you. Your endocrinologists, I'm not making excuses for bad bedside manner or what appears to be lack of compassion. I'm not. But they have limited tools. You realize that a lot of this stuff that I'm teaching you guys are functional medicine concepts that I've learned over, 12, 15 years, the functional medicine stuff, but I've been trying to be healthy since I was 12. I'll be 40 this year. I've been studying health and stuff for a long, long time. Your doctors, they're there to help people, and believe me, they can do stuff, and they have the ability to help you in ways that I can't. That's why we need to be a team, right? That's why we need to be a team. But there's, they just have limited knowledge on what to do other than giving you a medication, which is extremely valuable. That's extremely valuable. A lot of people, you know how many millions and millions of people would suffer without thyroid hormone? Unbelievable. So they're doing the best that they can. You gotta understand too, man, they are tied to a system that does not allow them to spend time. Whenever we work with people, like distance consulting or in-office patients, it's about a 1 hour appointment. And I have everyone send in their information prior to that appointment, like 5 days prior to that appointment. And I review it and I have extensive notes. I probably spent 45 minutes to an hour prior to even meeting with someone. It's extremely time consuming. And you guys have probably heard, there's this shortage of healthcare professionals, right? You've probably heard it in the news at some point. Shortage of primary care, overburdened healthcare system. Baby boomers are aging, right? And it's putting this huge influx of people that need more extensive, demanding healthcare. So what does that do? Less physicians, huge demand for them. So what that does is that means the supply of physicians is very low. So guess what? They want to help people, but guess what that does? It takes their time and goes. So they have to see more people in less time. So there's a need for the stuff that we're doing here, that I'm teaching. There's a huge, huge need for people to better understand how to help themselves. Unbelievably huge need. We have to do it. We have to do it. So your doctors, man, they just don't know. They don't know, and even if they do know, if they are exposed to this, because you don't learn this in medical school. This is all postdoctoral studies for me. This is all postdoctoral just about. There was a lot of stuff that I had to learn, because remember, I've been through a lot of the things that you guys have been through, right? I have, a lot of you guys have been through far more severe and difficult times than I have, though. I'm not trying to compare myself that way, but I want you to know that, it started with me when I was 13 and having terrible digestive problems. Then I developed psoriasis. Then I found out I had antibodies to my thyroid. And I'll tell you what, man, I didn't have anyone to tell me, I didn't know. I was getting information on, you need to take more fiber, you need to put creams and take steroid for your psoriasis. There was nothing about how to be really healthy. And I'm like, well, I believe the body has the ability to heal, right? You cut your hand, it heals on its own. We don't know how to do that. We can't make the body heal. So there's this inborn ability in your body to heal, right? So I was like, well, why am I autoimmune? And I had to do a lot of research and figure things out myself, but there was a lot of suffering and decreased quality of life as I went through that process. But now I feel empowered. I'm almost free of those problems, except for occasionally, right? Whenever things flare up and I have more stressful events and things that occur. But I understand where a lot of you guys are coming from. But I was just talking about your doctors and basically how they're trying to help. They're not really bad people. I truly believe that they're trying to help you. But a lot of them have no idea about any of these concepts we're talking about. If you guys, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but occasionally I get people asking me about, well, where did you learn about these things? What is your background? What gives you any authority to talk to people about this? And first of all, I've lived it. Second of all, I sought ways to help myself. And because of the opportunity, right? We talk about, let's go back to opportunities. I'm thankful for my opportunity today because I had the opportunity to learn from doctors that were brilliant. Number one person that I learned from, that's influenced how I approach health, is Datis Karazian. Datis is a very special person. Phenomenal guy. I owe, and so many of you guys, if you've learned from me, owe so much to him. Really, we do. Datis is a very special person. His name's Datis Karazian. He wrote, "Why Do I Still Have Thyroid Symptoms When My Lab Tests Are Normal?" It's a book, 2009, came out, thyroid book. Lots of great thyroid books. But I've always followed Datis, and I've studied Datis really, really closely. And I continue to learn from Datis. Phenomenal guy. So, anyway, Datis was just admitted. I gotta look it up. I need to get the credentials right. But he was just appointed position at Harvard as a researcher. Really a special person, guys. Very special person. Very likely photographic memory. Can just take all this information he learns and integrate it and make sense of it. You know. So anyway, we are fortunate to have people like that teaching people like me so that I can help you guys. But anyway, Datis, your doctors, we got to just change the system, guys. Your doctors are part of a system that does not, it doesn't look at health the way we look at it, and it's not because they don't want to. And you can, we can say that the pharmaceutical companies are terrible, but I believe that no one that's in a pharmaceutical company, they have family members that take medications. They're not intentionally trying to hurt someone. I'm not saying that these big businesses and things don't take advantage of people sometimes, or that that's not possible. Let me say that. But I don't think that they're out to get us. Everyone that I've met tend to be genuinely, they are genuinely concerned, and they genuinely care about other people. The people that are working in pharmaceutical companies, you know what they'll tell you, and you know what I believe? They're trying to make medications to save lives and to help people. I think that's motivation one. And then, they make exorbitant amounts of money. And I'm not saying that it's pricing or any of that stuff is all I'm really trying to say here is that I think everyone's trying to help. And it's really easy for us to get really upset with people that we differ with, but anyway, the main thing is that you just got to keep working on yourself, right? Accept personal responsibility, figure out why you want to be healthy, lay down a plan, right? Your how. Lay down how you want to do it, how you want to get better. Autoimmune paleo is a good way to do that. We have a program that helps you with diet and lifestyle too, but there's just a lot of different ways. Implement that and see how you do in like 4 to 6 weeks. But wake up every day believing in yourself. Wake up every day thinking about why you want to be healthy, and it will take you far. Even in times of failure, it's okay to fail. All right, it's okay to fail. Just keep moving forward, focusing on why. Guys, I appreciate you guys. I got to get in the sauna. It's at 147 degrees, and I've been walking for like 53 minutes. I've been on here that long? Hey guys, anyway, I hope you guys, I appreciate all you guys jumping on here. If there's any questions or comments, post them below. We'll try to get back to you. It's really tough, guys. We have hundreds and hundreds of people trying to contact us every day, and my team's not that big. So we're just trying to help people and teach. So don't take it personally if we can't get back to you. Okay, I'm really sorry if we can't, and I know you guys pour your hearts out on here. There's no way I can do it. I mean, even if I answered your questions like 24/7, I wouldn't get to all of them. I can tell you we get so many different questions and comments about things. So I'm going to just try my best. I got an idea about my staff's probably, if Alicia or Andy are on here, I'm sorry guys. I've got an idea of something that I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to basically give you guys some guidance. I'll share something with you later. Right now it's just an idea, so it's going to take me at least a month to implement. And I'll share more about that with you guys. You all know about it when it's done. So I'm sorry, Alicia or Andy, if you're on here. But guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. And listen, if you want me to record more videos, like seriously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some of these in the mornings. And they're going to be like 5 minutes. And I'm going to try to hit a specific topic. that will help you, something that you can implement, that you can learn from, and you can implement. And I'm going to try to do this. Try to do them every morning. This is obviously a much longer one, but if you like these, just if you would, let me know that you like and you want me to do more of these videos by sharing it. And if you don't share it, then I'll know that, you know what, stop doing these. Like this one's pretty long, I realize. And so if no one really shares it, then I'll know, like, okay, keep it short, and I'll do my best. And I could probably broken this talk into 15 different little topics. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for hopping on here and listening to me for however long it's been. I hope this has added value to your life. I'm really trying to do, and my team are really trying to do things to help people take their health back, become their own advocates, and we will continue to try to help you as much as possible. I'm sorry if we let you down sometimes, but we are not perfect either, right? We're humans, and we're trying to do everything that we can. And anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, no matter where you are in the world. I'm just saying, have a great day from North Carolina, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Hey guys, Dr. Shook, thank you for viewing our videos. I hope they help you out. If you want to, just subscribe to our channel somewhere here. You can watch a video that YouTube's actually selected for you, so hopefully it'll help you out. If you need any other information or resources, just look in the description. We've got links to our website, to our 9 lab test guidebook, and everything else that we do. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys have a great